Welcome back to my kitchen, friends, here at that 1870s Homestead, and today we are keeping with the restocking the pantry with things that we need, as well as Christmas or future gift giving ideas, or maybe it's just something that you would like to do for your own household without thinking about, Christmas if you're not in the mood yet. And today we're making a lot of different variations of extracts. You could call them infusions, extracts, however you'd like to think about it. But we're making a coffee, peach, blueberry, and vanilla. And I will tell you how I'm making them today, what I plan on using them for, or gift giving them with the purpose and intent for the receiver to use for. So we're doing this all, though, very fast and simple, because normally this will take a month's process. I don't have the length of time specifically for vanilla, so we're doing it all in the Instapot today, and I'm going to share with you how you can get pretty fast results, especially for baking seasons around the corner. And let's talk all about making our own extracts. So your extracts can be made with either an 80 proof alcohol or something less. It doesn't have to be quite that strong, but you don't really want to go over 80 proof. Or glycerin. Now, if you're going to be cooking with your extracts, you don't have to worry with alcohol if that's a concern for you, because through the cooking process that alcohol would evaporate. But if you were using it in non-cooked things like ice cream, things like that, that slight alcohol content would be there. But you're probably only using like a tablespoon or so per recipe, so you're not going to get tipsy off of your homemade ice cream. So, but if you want to use glycerin, you can, and I think it's equal parts glycerin and water instead of the alcohol, and it just may not be as long of a shelf stability. You can keep your own homemade vanilla going for years and years and years. So that's what I've been doing. Gosh, since before I even moved to this homestead, I was making my own extract. And last year, or maybe earlier this year, my daughter-in-law has her own baking business, like a cottage bakery from her house, and she was shy on vanilla, so I just gave her my starter and told her how to just keep it going and use it continuously. So I need to start a new one for myself. So we are going to do that today. The alcohols I'm working with is I have a little bit of Bacardi rum left over. I have just the cheapest of cheap vodka. And then somebody years ago gave us this Captain Morgan cinnamon blast, and we were not fans. So I'm going to use that, I think, for the coffee extract. I think that'll be fun. So I am using my freeze-dried fruits. You can use fresh fruits. It's just what I have on hand at the time. Grade B vanilla beans is what you want to use for vanilla extract. And then whole coffee beans. So don't use your ground coffee beans. You want whole coffee beans for this. So let's get down to each and every one, and then as I'm making it, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Well, guys, the video shut off on me while I was recording, and I missed sharing with you all the goodness of making vanilla extract. So what I did was I took 10 beans and I cut them in halves and then slit them open. So hopefully that's coming through. That's kind of a slit open vanilla bean here. And this one is just what's little bit of this old Bacardi left over, and then I topped it off with vodka, and this one is straight vodka. So I was telling you in that while I was doing that, I used these vanilla beans I purchased off of Amazon. They're Tahitian, and I think that there's like 3 main regions where vanilla beans come from: Mexico, Tahiti, and somewhere else. I don't remember the other place. And they have different flavor profiles, I guess. Once I make these in the pints, because the pints are gonna be what fits in the Instapot, I'll come back and talk more about how do you keep a perpetual vanilla going. So I just noticed I had some beans on my thumb from splitting those open, so I just got those beans off. All right, now let's move on to a super fun one. This one is going to be a coffee extract. And I make a really delicious every year. The icing that goes on my cinnamon rolls is like a coffee maple glaze. And I always just use like a little bit of coffee from the pod. But I think having a coffee extract will be awesome for, this is to, if you're using a dark roast bean, you can probably just go halfway with a dark roast bean. These are more of a medium roast, so I'll probably go just shy of 2/3. All right. That might be too much. I don't need it super strong. Okay. And then we are using this fun, I think it's like a cinnamon spicy rum that we don't drink. So I'm going to fill this up with that. Again, to 1 inch of headspace. And that's gonna be good, I think. And then we'll just use that as our coffee extract. And I may jar this up into smaller jars so I can gift one. Because I think that this will make a fun addition to either a mixer basket for cocktail nights or a baker basket for some fun baking gifts. Alrighty, and now I can only fit 5 pints at a time in my Instant Pot. I don't know how big yours might be, but I can fit 5 pints, so I'm only doing 5 pint worths. Now we're gonna do our peaches. So I have some of our homegrown, actually these ones that aren't homegrown, we bought these from a farmer out by the cabin. I'm gonna put some of these in my jar, probably, a 1/3 full, maybe half. Alrighty, and same with our blueberries. We grew these blueberries here on farm. They're just freeze dried. Probably could have just did it in that jar. And similarly, might as well just toss those last little bits in there. And then for those ones, I'm doing straight vodka. And these will definitely be for cocktail baskets where my friends will have a peach infused vodka and a blueberry infused vodka, and I plan on mixing that with some homemade syrups and make a fun basket. All right, so I just took the liquid up to 1 inch of headspace. Those will settle down in. Okay, now we get to going. And I probably have enough to do maybe a half pint of something else. So the good thing is I was able to use up the last of that nasty Bacardi. Put this to good use. And we'll head over to the Instant Pot now and get them going. Okay, so I have my trivet in my Instant Pot, and the water is just at the top of that trivet. You can use repurposed lids. You don't have to use brand new lids for this. So I just have a lid. I'm putting my ring on, finger tight. They are all nicely snuggled in. Let's get our lid on. So I'm gonna go 40 minutes. And then make sure this is on sealing, not venting. And once 40 minutes is done, we are gonna let this natural release for 1 hour. After 1 hour, I'll come back and show you what they look like. Okay. It's been an hour that these have been sitting in here. Oh, it smells so good. I think I especially smell the coffee one. And I'm gonna just use a hot pad to pull these out because they're quite hot. So that looks like one of our vanillas. Very nice. I have all my jars out, rinsed and cleaned. They've just been in storage. So these are still boiling, just like you would pull them out of a pressure canner if you're a canner. Ooh, that's the peach one. Blueberry. So fun. And our coffee one. Nice. Dark, dark. All right, come down here and we're gonna go ahead while they're still hot and everything and decant them. I think I'll do my vanilla ones first. So this is a very, almost, I think it's identical to the jar that I gave my daughter-in-law. It's just one of the swing tap ones. I buy all of these from a thrift store. Salvation Army, Goodwill's. If you go antiquing, you often find estate sales, garage sales, just whatever you do, try not to buy them new because you will find them at a really good price. I probably paid $1 for it, and oh, that just looks absolutely beautiful. All right, so whoops, okay, maybe we won't do it. Let's wait a little bit because they are still boiling. I'll wait a little bit till they calm down and then I'll come in here and we will, I want to show you guys because we will have to strain the blueberry and the peach. I'm going to strain some of the coffee beans, but not all of them because I think that'll be cute still sitting in the jar. And then we'll talk about perpetual vanilla and why I keep the beans and things like that. So be back with you guys here in just a little bit and we'll get these jarred up. Okay, so I think it's hopefully been long enough that they have gotten a chance to cool off where I can open them. Yep, okay. Alrighty, so for the vanilla, I'm not going to strain or anything. I'm just going to pour in carefully. Stop spilling. And then I'm going to put all my beans in there too. And they will just continue to enrich in. It's got like lots of beans down in there. Yum, yum, yum. So I'll do that off camera. So that filled up this all the way. So I should, with the other pint, be able to easily top this off and may have enough extra that I can fill up my jar that I keep in my spice cabinet. Okay, I shouldn't have used that. Duh. All right, so I just have some muslin cheesecloth. I have this fun bottle. I think it was a bottle of Crown Royal. Just rinse that out. I have my funnel, and this is what I want to use for the coffee extract. That turned out so dark. Amazing. Oh, wow. Wow. Crazy. I don't think I need to straighten this one as well. So that has a lot of extra beans in it. And I'm wondering, I think I might try an experiment. I'll do it off camera, but I'll try to come back and leave a comment if I run another round with these beans, because there's still a lot of coffee flavor in there. And that only filled up the jar, and it looks pretty darn rich. So I think what I'll do is I will just go ahead and top those beans off with the last of this. Perfect. And we will just run that one more time through the Instapot. All right, now for the fun ones. So we have our similarly spring top flip lids. Totally can buy these at the Salvation Army store, used store, whatever you have around. And I have a funnel. And let me rinse this because I definitely don't want that coffee flavor in my fruit. Okay, now I'm just gonna lay a piece of this muslin there while I strain. Let's start with the blueberry ones. Oh, come on. Okay. Yummy, yummy. I was trying to come up with ideas on what to use this very alcohol saturated fruit for. I was thinking of making like adult candy jerky, you know, like the fruit leathers. I may do that. All right. That is, the blueberry is done. Let me show you guys that one. That's pretty rich. Oh, it smells so good. So I'm thinking like a blueberry seltzer water, blueberry mule, blueberry mojito. I think it's going to be a really fun addition for gift baskets. I'll obviously need to put it, probably find a smaller swing top bottle, but that turned out cute. Or you could have just done 2 pints and I would have had enough to fill it. And I may, since I'm running a second round, I may just do that since I'm doing the coffee anyway. Do a second round of blueberries and a second round of peaches. Wow, delicious. I'm just sitting here thinking, I wonder what the peach would have tasted like if I had thrown a cinnamon stick in there. That would have been nice. Rinse my funnel one more time. And now we will do our peaches. All right, then that's what the peach turned out. So we have a peach mixer, a blueberry mixer, our coffee extract, which I cannot wait to make some amazing, like, can you picture like a coffee maple scone? Oh, just so many ideas. I need to finish topping off my vanilla, and I'm gonna go ahead and rerun the exact same coffee beans. I mean, look how rich that is still, and I haven't even done a process on it. And another round of peach and another round of blueberry, so I can top off these jars, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope it inspires you. You can make extracts out of so many things. Go look it up, Pinterest it, Google it, watch some YouTube videos, and think about ways how you can make fun, whether it's for a special baker or a cocktail basket, a mixer basket, something like that for homemade Christmas gifts this coming season. So I will talk to you later, and happy creative kitchen days ahead of you. Talk to you guys later. Man, guys, that vanilla. I don't know that I ever got that flavor, that smell. Doing it, just steeping it in my pantry. It's really, really strong. Gosh, stop spilling.